Hi everyone, I'm Coco. Here are some practical guidelines to help you declutter your home, room, office, or life. I kept these in mind when I was decluttering myself, and still do. So when I start, I always make 5 piles. One is trash, one is sell, one is donate, one is keep, and one is unsure. Trash the easy stuff first. Useless receipts, scraps of paper, broken things, that stuff. Things that are still good, you can either donate or sell. It's your call. Put the stuff you're just not sure about in the unsure pile. Then put that pile in a box, put it away, go around organizing and purging. If you need something from the unsure box, take it out and keep that. After 3 months, get rid of the box. Don't sort through it, just get rid of it. This is a great way to gauge if you really need it or not. You can scan documents like papers and letters and photos to make them digital. You can also take pictures of sentimental items that you just want to remember but don't necessarily need around. CDs, DVDs, books, they can all be digital too. I exclusively read books on my e-reader now, but you could also go to the library. I just want to stress that living light is not about getting rid of all of your stuff. It's about letting go of the stuff that's weighing you down. A wall full of books is just as light as no books at all. It just depends on how much joy it brings you. Before opening a container, visualize what's inside of it specifically. When you open the container, get rid of the stuff that you forgot about and keep the stuff that you remembered. Of course, if you remembered it because you hated it or it gives you negative emotions, maybe you should still get rid of it. If you love it, keep it. This is more of an incentive than anything else. I sold a bunch of stuff on Craigslist, Buffalo Exchange, and at Crossroads. You could also do a garage sale or a yard sale or sell stuff at a flea market. An interesting exercise is to picture all of the stuff you're not using that's cluttering up your home in a huge pile in the middle of your house, room, in the middle of your room. Actually do that. Go and visualize it. Okay, now imagine, poof, the pile is gone. All the stuff that you weren't using, but it was kind of sitting in your house, and in place of the pile are some stacks of cash. Now that money can be used towards a trip that you might have been wanting to go on, towards fixing your car, towards paying off any debts. You might feel like getting rid of stuff that you haven't used that much is a waste of money, but the damage has already been done, so having it waste away unused might be an even bigger waste of money. Go container by container and room by room. By keeping the tasks small, you can finish them quicker, and that will motivate you to keep on going. This is also a great opportunity for a thorough cleanup. Just empty the box or drawer or cabinet and vacuum it and wipe it down with a disinfectant, and then reorganize it with the stuff you're keeping. I know a lot of people have trouble with sentimental items. So do I. I mean, I get super nostalgic, and I can even get some sad feelings about getting rid of a train ticket. Really. I didn't really have a strategy for this other than just getting over it. I read a blog entry recently that really made a lot of sense. In broad lines, the story went that the writer's grandfather had left him with just 1 box of items from his life. Now, I'm not sure if his parents had thrown away the rest, but bear with me. Because there were so few items, he really cherished each one of them. The writer then goes on to conclude that had he had an attic full of his grandpa's stuff, the individual items wouldn't be as valuable to him, and he probably wouldn't go through them as much. This just resonates so much with me. I have a smaller box full of my keepsakes, and when it gets too full, I go into it and declutter that. I keep the things that really mean a lot to me. If you feel guilty about getting rid of something but you really don't want it, just get rid of it anyways. Once it's out the door, you'll feel relief and the guilt will fade. Otherwise, it's still giving you negative emotions. I already touched on this in my video on how to make a capsule wardrobe. It's just Time to be critical. Are you keeping stuff from a hobby that you no longer practice or never did? Are you keeping those pillow shams that don't really match anything but they looked amazing in the display in the store? Do you really need an egg poacher even though you never poach eggs? Some things you can borrow from your friends or neighbors if you only need it one time. Do I feel negative emotion like guilt when I look at this? Have I used this recently? Morbid, but would I miss this if I lost it in a fire? What if this was someone else's stuff? Would I want to keep it then? Do I really need 2 of these? Would I buy this today? Is this still relevant? If all else fails, ask your mother, husband, friend, sister, or son. An outsider can give you a different perspective, and just like asking yourself questions, it helps you prioritize. Of course, you want someone that can be honest with you and is not a hoarder themselves. As I stated in my Q&A video, which I will link down below, I have been at this process for 4 years, and I just kept going back and decluttering more and more. After the initial pain of letting go of some items, you kind of learn how to gauge what is of value to you and what is not. It's kind of like a practice makes perfect thing. Hopefully some of these tips will help you in your decluttering process. I'm sure I've left some stuff out, so please feel free to leave any questions down below so I can use them for future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Live light and see you next time. Bye.